This is a smart TIC-TAC-TOE thing. And it is apparently new. But faulty. And when it first arrived, it did actually turn on. I think you have to press down that long press on the M button. Power mode switch, long press to turn on, off, short press to switch mode. So that is this button here. So let's just try it. No. So when it first arrived, I pressed that button, long pressed it, and it came on for probably about a second and then switched off. So I thought, it's probably just a flat battery. So I plugged in the charger to see if it was just a flat battery. And when I did that, I got absolutely nothing out of it. Let's make sure we've got voltage here, 4.978 volts. Plug it in there. Nothing. It's drawing absolutely nothing. And also, according to these instructions here, charging status, red light at the screen center, fully charged, blue light at the screen center. We've got nothing at the blue center? Nothing at the center. And I know I've had problems with this power bank before, so I have used multiple cables. I've also had it plugged in to the mains, and it does the same thing, i.e. nothing. I mean, that's doing less than nothing. That's not even showing up on there. But just to show you that the power bank is actually working, there we go. 8 volts and 2.5 amps-ish. So there's nothing wrong with the cable, the power bank. And like I say, I've tested it with multiple outlets and plugs. It doesn't do anything. So if it's not a battery problem, it's more than likely going to be a charging port problem. But I've looked at the charging port, and that also looks fine. I'll get it under the microscope so we can see it clearer. Okay, focus. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay in the face of it, but microscope will give us a better view of that. It also hasn't been opened before because it's got a warranty on the back for what it's worth. So I'm guessing there's a screw under there, although it doesn't feel like it. But we'll find out. Let's try and get it open.
What I saw. See it or saw it, it's only a word, but one's incorrect. Dr. Princess Wizard. Steve, shut up about the grammar said before. Saw C, saw Christopher Shaw. Good grief, Frito TV, he's lost the plot. Yes, Brian Mitchell, he does that a lot. Quick, move on with the HHG. Chris Jenkins, Campbell Burr, Daniel DB, David Clark, Danny King, Sky Star Dreamer, Nick Adams, Mr. and Keegan Larger, Mr. Sis, Badger Squatch, Hammy Cheesy, Paddle S11, IJ, B Money, Taro Putton, Mackie Fox Cut to Heinzie Hall, Alice Margatroyd in Flint, that's not all. Welcome back to an OG. No mistake, it's good to have you back, Pat O'Cake.
Peas? So that warranty seal actually covers nothing. What is the point of that? Anyway, right, so the battery's connected. It's a teeny... Oh, it feels bloated. It feels bloated. Yeah. Is it just going to be as simple as that? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look that bad on the camera, but it feels bloated. Doesn't feel flat. Well, let's see what charge we've got in it. It certainly isn't accepting a charge via the USB. It does have a little battery management board on it by the looks of it. Let's check that first. Simple things first, Stephen. Multimeter in. Voltage DC. Right, let's see what we got in this. Let's try and put this somewhere where you can actually see it. Stupid lights. There. There is absolutely nothing in that battery. Is this another new item with a rubbish failed battery in it? There's absolutely nothing. That's 1 milli/microvolt. I can never remember. I mean, I don't think that's going to charge. I'm going to have to bypass the battery management. Let's take this off because I want to be able to get to those tabs anyway if I have to use the trusty charging device. Yeah, this one's definitely got a battery management board on it. Right. Let's go straight on those tabs there. Right, we are getting to the reading now. 2.2 volts. That's pretty deed. I think if I connect my trusty charging port to those points there, I think this is going to come back to life. But in the words of the great John Lydon, I could be wrong. I could be right. Let's find out either way. Okay, let's plug that in. We're getting the 5 volts. We're getting a red light here, and it's drawing it's drawing 1 amp now. And on here, the output is shown as 4.7 watts. That was easy.
Or was it?
Right, I'll just leave that charging for a bit, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, that's been on charge for about 40 minutes-ish. The amp draw has gone down to 0.16. Let's see what voltage we have in this battery now. 4.1. Perfect. Right. Right, well, let's pop this battery back in and let's see if it comes on. Oh! It came on straight away. I don't know what I'm doing. Did I win? Maybe I'll just read the instructions. Okay. Right, I also need to just double check that it is charging via the USB port, don't I? What? Are you still not drawing anything? Let's just check the voltage here. 4.07, but that's the battery was at 4.1. Right. So it's still not charging, which I suppose kind of makes sense. The battery got really flat, and the reason it got really flat is because it wasn't charging. I just thought maybe it just lost all its charge naturally, but maybe not, because that is definitely not taking an amp draw, and I'm getting no lights in the centre here. I'm not getting a red one or a blue one. So I think we do need to look at the charging ports. So let's do just that. Oh, it's so hard to tell, isn't it? It looks alright. Let's flip it around. Where is it? It's there. Yeah, I mean, let's just do the little wobble test. No. It's really hard to see the pins, but on the face of it, it looks fine. What kind of a port is it? It's USB-C. It looks like it's... I don't know, is that 6 pins? I mean, it could be something wrong with the circuitry here, obviously. But let's just test the port with this thing, which I haven't used for a while. That was quite stuck in there. So this basically just tests the output here. So these pads on here, if we do continuity from the 6 pins, which it looks like it's got, they should all come up on here at some point. So the outer leg should come up as a ground, and it does on A1 and A12. The next one, which is right next to it, is probably also a ground. Yep. A1 and A12. The next one looks like the power one. Oh. Yeah, that's not coming up. The next one actually looks like it's a no connect, so that probably won't come up. Nope. The next one after that also looks like no connect. But that one does come up. Okay. That's weird. The next one is another power one. which connected to the... okay. And then the last one after that is presumably another ground. And it is. Well, I don't think the power's getting through. So I think that that port is faulty, even though it looks okay. Well, let's take this board out and let's see if I've got a port that I can use. I'm going to disconnect those speaker wires because it's going to be easier than ungluing that speaker. Wow, I wish all boards were that easy to remove. Right, so we've got... I don't want to lose them, so I'll stick them in there. Those are all the buttons. Nice. Let's get this under the microscope. Right, so we were getting continuity on this one. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Not that one. And that one. Those were grounds. Is that right? Yes, I think so, because it's all this bit, isn't it? Yeah, and that is the power that goes through that capacitor. I'm going to guess the rest of the circuit is okay, but I will just have a quick look round just in case something's... What is that? A little bit of blue? Okay. Guessing that's just plastic off the case. That's where the speaker wires were. That, I'm assuming, is the amplifier for the speakers. That must be the brains. Or is that the brains? That's probably the brains. Dunno. And that's about it. So it is very, very simple. Let's have a close look at this port and see if we can swap it out. Still don't know what's wrong with it. But it is definitely 6 pins. And it's got 2 anchor points on each side. Let's see if I've got any of those. I have this one, which looks about right. It's got 6 pins and it's got 2 anchor points. I'm going to go so far as to say that is the exact same port. Nice. Let's get this one off. How am I going to get this one off? Like that, probably. I'm going to go with hot air. Got it on 400, 120. Let's just try and get this thing off. Nice and easy. Thank you. Nice and easy. Let's add some Fluxage SMD 291 chip quick. And let's try and wick that away with
Super Wick.
Wonderful. As usual, let's clean it up with some out of focus, there we go, isopropyl alcohol, 99.9%
Pure.
And let's see if the new fort pits. Oh my lord. The new port fits. The new port does fit. Nice. Let's try and solder it in, shall we? Let's flip it over and do the ground holes. Need to be careful here, there's a button there, isn't there? Don't want to be using any flux on this side, I don't think. Where's all that solder going? I mean, there's plenty of solder on those 2 anchor points there. I'm just going to try and get a little bit here, though, because it's... obviously we'll make it a bit more secure. Nice. Right, let's just put this thing back in and let's see if that's behaving any differently. Because if it's not, I will cry. Multimeter and continuity. So this one was coming up on A1 and A12, and it still is, and nowhere else. The next one was the same, A1 and A12. The next one was coming up nowhere. Oh dear. Oh! That's coming up at A9. The next one was also coming up nowhere, and it's still coming up nowhere. That one, I think, can't remember, might have been A10. No, it was A8, and that's still coming up there. The next one was coming up nowhere. That's coming up A4. And then the last one was A1 and A12. That's definitely different. I've just remembered I forgot to put the... Oh, I've lost... No, Steve! Found it. What I was going to say is I forgot to put the captain tape back on the battery, but I haven't actually put the battery back in yet, so that is not the end of the world, is it?
Voiceover Steve here. So I started putting this thing back together, and as you can see in this sped up part right here, and I had to rearrange the buttons, I had to solder the speaker cables back on, etc. And then I had a slight camera malfunction, so about halfway through, the overhead camera decided to turn itself off because it was too hot. It's been quite hot in the UK. It's not exceptionally hot, but if the camera's been on for 30 minutes or so, it decides to turn itself off randomly, occasionally. And this was one such occasion. But anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is because I let the camera cool down and then I turned it back on and I thought I'd hit record, but I didn't. So you actually missed me testing this the first time, and rather surprisingly, it didn't work first time, so I had my usual bitch and moan about putting the whole thing back together and then having to take it apart again, and not boring you with that, just boring myself with it, you know, the usual joke, ha ha ha. But of course none of it was being filmed. Oh, I should probably add the reason it didn't work is because one of the buttons, the centre middle button, wasn't working. That was the only reason. So we'll pick it up where I realised that, and I have hit record, but I think I've recorded more than I've actually recorded. Is this making any sense? Probably not. Let's just carry on.
I wasn't recording. I've just won a game of tic-tac-toe and everything, and I wasn't recording. Anyway, all you missed is I took it apart, and that one there was not seated properly. I reseated it, I put it back together, and now it works. I also played a game of this, which is... I can't remember now. Memory Flash. Let's play it again. Oh, I wonder what it does, even though I played it 5 minutes ago. That's the one I wanted to test. When I did it 5 minutes ago, it didn't come up. It didn't come up for about 4 rounds. And now it's come up twice in a row. Yes! Oh, there's no sound. Ah, there we go. Didn't realise there was no sound. Yeah, because it tells you that you're good. Oh, I wasn't looking. I have to guess the first one. Okay, I also summed up what I think had happened here, and I've forgotten what I said, but it sounded really plausible. Yeah, the USB-C port was broken, clearly internally. Don't know why, don't know how, don't know if this thing is brand new. All I do know is the battery was very flat, it was unable to be charged. Now the battery is full, and it can be charged. So I think that's a good thing, right? Right, I'm just going to play a game of tic-tac-toe to prove that I am amazing at it. Okay. Oh, is it me first? I'll go in the middle. Cheeky. Cheeky. Okay, well, I win again. Stupid computer. I've already done that joke once, and to be honest, it wasn't funny the first time I did it. So the second time is even worse. But let's just make sure that it is charging. Let's turn it off, because it's been on for a bit now, so what we should do is see the red light on here, and then blue. Let's go. red light. Hopefully it'll go blue at some point. And there we go. Nice. Well, that was quite easy in the end, but I quite enjoyed it, even though it's incredibly stupid.
I could be wrong. I could be right. I could be wrong. I could be right. I could be wrong. I could be right.